Hey everyone, you're listening to The Public Affair with me, Andrew G. I see someone different every episode, but do me a favor, keep it between us.
Wasn't I doing that?
That's what I was saying. Where the fuck was I?
Oh, that's on my notes. Hold on.
Yeah.
Damn, there's so much I would have changed back in the day.
Yes.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Andrew G. And welcome to another exciting episode of The Public Affair. We've wasted no time getting started, but we have to get started. All right, guys. Listen, thank you so much for all the love and support that you guys continue to show me. I truly appreciate it. To Waco, Rogue Media Network, Mike Hamilton, Corey Dickman, Mason, everybody that's involved in this project, you guys mean the world to me. Thank you so much for being so good to me. I'm so proud to have a network to stand behind me in all my decisions, even on gay episodes like this. Now, before we get started, of course, I want to encourage you guys to like, share, and subscribe. And of course, I have to give a shout out to just some of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair before I have my very special guest, my old friend, back on the. Oh, I'm so excited to do this. This episode is brought to us by David Santabañez with Alinea Real Estate. He is the #1 sales agent in his office. That's right. He's going to help you buy a home or sell your property, darling. That's right. Follow him on Facebook at David with Alinea. Call the number on the screen for all your real estate needs. Se habla español también. There's a reason why he remains the #1 sales agent in his office. All right. He's not playing no games. If you don't know what you're doing, he's going to walk you through it, hold your hand and everything. David, thank you so much for all the love and support that you show me. I truly appreciate it. Of course, to Pee-wee's Crab Cakes of Texas and Armstrong's Bayou Cafe. Girl with Anika Armstrong. I love it. Serving the most authentic Cajun cuisine with a wide selection of signature crab cakes, pasta, seafood, and more. Now listen. There's a lot of good stuff there. The brunch is phenomenal.
I love a good brunch.
Bro, her mimosas have you up in DMs.
Why was I just Googling where to go to brunch?
Well, you need to go to Pee-wee's Crab Cakes of Texas, all right? We can pull up together, all right? Now, my favorite's the Krabby Seafood Pasta. Listen, go head over to 108 Jim Drive in Hewitt or at Union Hall on Franklin or order online at orderpeeweescrabcakesoftexas.com. To my girl, Nika Armstrong, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Joseph Blancas with JB Auto Detailing, who provides mobile detailing for all of Waco and the surrounding area. Now, Robert, he's a snack. I'm not gonna lie. Joseph, he's a little bit younger. He's like 25, but he's a snack, okay?
Oh, he's a baby.
I know, but he's a snack. The ad. He promises 100% satisfaction guaranteed, leaving your vehicle looking brand spanking new and fresh. Listen, pricing and such at jbautodetailing.net, or you can call the number on the screen to book or follow on Facebook at JB Auto Detailing. To my boy, Joseph Blancas, thank you so much. Keep doing your thing, bro. I'm so proud of you full-time. He went full-time. Just chase your dreams, bro. Congratulations to you. And, of course, to Juan Morales with Waco Fencing and stuff. Now, listen, Juan's building privacy fences for all that extra at-home privacy. You know, Robert likes to walk around. We're going to get into that in a minute. Okay, he also does demolitions, build wood decks, stone patios, and gorgeous flower beds. That guy right there is the go. Your home is missing that one thing that it always needed, and it's a privacy fence. Hello, darling. Contact him with them on the screen for a free in-town consultation. My boy, Juan Morales, keep doing your damn thing too, bro. I'm so proud of you. Thank you so much for being a longtime sponsor of The Public Affair. Of course, the Waco Bolt and Supply Company, your new go-to source for nuts, bolts, industry supplies, everything of the sorts. They've got you. They're offering a wide selection of high-end products with competitive pricing. All right, listen, this is perfect for all my friends. I got a lot of friends in construction, friends that are handymen. They always need these kinds of supplies. Hit up Waco Bolt and Supply Company. Follow on Facebook at Waco Bolt and Supply Company and call the number on the screen to order and for more information as well. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. All right, guys. So like I said, I've been super excited to have this next guest onto the show. I sat on it for quite a while. We go back to our high school. I haven't seen him since high school. We graduated high school in 2009. I haven't seen him since 2009. It is 2023 right now. We are in our 30s. As soon as he said that he was flying into town because after high school, he got into some pretty gay shit. I'm not going to lie. Some really gay porno-y stuff. And I was like, I've got so many questions for you. Please, I have this podcast. He says I'm in. Visiting us from St. Louis, Missouri. But a Waco native.
Waco native.
I'm so excited to welcome my old friend, Mr. Robert Fraga.
Hello.
Here on The Public Affair. How you doing?
Hello, everybody.
I'm not going to lie, guys. It's going to be gay shit. Like, this episode's probably going to be gay as fuck.
Probably.
I don't have a lot of gay as fuck episodes. I'm gay as fuck on a lot of my episodes. But yeah.
Fair enough. Yes. Tricks of the trade.
Yeah, we were talking about like dudes from high school, and you know, we were in the closet in high school. Which who were we fooling when you think about it?
Yeah, if you really think about it,
who were we fooling?
Everyone knew except for us.
Okay.
And I wish someone would have like pointed me in the right direction and been like, "Sweetie."
Did you like? How many times did you get asked, and were you uncomfortable?
Oh, multiple. I will never forget when I was. I can't remember what grade it was, but when I played soccer, we all had our names at the top of our, locker. And I'll never forget. I know exactly who it was. I'm not gonna say his name.
Why? Just say it. Fuck it.
Well, I can't remember his last name. But and so I remember they all walked in. We all JV walked in, and the varsity guys had already been in there.
Yes.
And they had all like fucked with our tape.
Your camera's
right
there.
there. Oh, I don't know what to look at.
You're talking to me and your camera's right there.
Okay. So they had all walked in and they had all fucked with our tape to like say some funny shit or whatever.
Okay.
And I go to my locker and it just says fag. Because they like cropped like FRAGA, they cropped everything and they just said fag. And I was like,
but isn't that word hot now? I love it.
Honey, I love it.
Don't you love being in bed?
I love it.
You're being called a fag. Like especially with some trade. I fucking love it. I love it.
That's true.
It's fucking phenomenal, man. Listen. I haven't seen you since high school. You look great, by the way.
Thank you. Okay? So do you.
For the record, Robert's not my type. We've slept with the same men. I can confirm that because they told me. And so we'll talk about it later. And so yeah, they said, "Oh, that one I know him.
Oh,
we have
Story
history."
of my life.
Yeah, I don't sleep with him anymore. But no. Listen, man. You've had a lot going on since high school.
Very.
I definitely want to dive right into it. And again, I'm just so happy that you came to visit us. I know that you're here for the holidays and just visiting. So listen. My viewers are probably like, who is this guy that you got on your show, right? Can you introduce yourself to us for anybody who may not know who you are, please? A little bit about you two.
So, my name is Robert Fraga, but after high school, I went to college in Chicago, and I was there, and probably after a year there, Robbie Phoenix was born.
There he is. Is this still Robbie Phoenix that's on the show? Or is he... Are we getting into that later?
It depends. I don't know.
Okay.
I think at this point they're all kind of morphed into one.
Maybe you're Robbie Phoenix in bed.
That is a definite 100% truth. That is true.
That's true. Okay.
That's very true. But yeah, I mean, I became I think I used to go to like the little 18 and up clubs like in Chicago, and it was great, and I would dance, and I loved to dance, and even like friends, family know. And then someone asked me if I would like, hey, would you be willing to go dance? And there would be like dancers, like a few dancers, like 2 girls and 2 guys in the bar top or on a box or like and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And I'm like, I love being the center of attention. So
and you were cut too back in the day.
Oh, I would. If I could get that body back and keep it forever.
Yeah, for sure.
It'd be so good. Well, because I ran track in high school, and then I went to college, Concordia University, Chicago. Okay. And I ran track there and pole vaulted for them there.
Gotcha. And you didn't play soccer too?
Well, just in high school.
In high school, you played soccer.
Yeah, high school to soccer and all that.
Yes, you did. Yes.
So my body was good, honey.
Yeah.
Like it was cut. It was nice. It was pristine.
You were making us question our sexuality in high school. I remember looking at him like, well, he's kind of cute. I wonder if he'd be down to kiss.
Who knows? High school was just wild. We'll get into that.
No, fuck it. Can we get into high school?
Sure.
Can we get into high school, please?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So the story is that Robert graduated high school. Listen, he was in all the activities. You were in soccer, you were in pole vaulting, you were in tracking, Blue Crew and Panther Patrol. Then you went and you moved to Chicago and you did porn. And so, right? Well,
borderline. It could be considered, but
it was like when OnlyFans wasn't OnlyFans.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. Pre-OnlyFans.
I want to visit high school with you if you don't mind.
Sure.
Real quick, did you we're gay, and we've been gay our whole lives. I think it's safe to say now.
Very.
But we weren't out in high school.
No.
And so when you look back at it now, do you think that it would have been okay if we would have came out in high school?
Oh, absolutely not.
You don't think so?
I don't think so. Well,
I feel like nobody would have gave a fuck.
I feel like nobody would have given a fuck. Yeah. But then I also heard the conversations about the 1 or 2 people or the few people that were out in high school.
Okay.
That I feel like I heard the conversations about them that I was like, oh God, like absolutely,
you can't handle that.
Absolutely not.
I would have loved rumors to be spread about me like that.
Oh well,
blowing guys in the locker room, like yes, that was me.
Where were? I would have and I would have name dropped. I would have name dropped. I would have been like, oh, this one. Oh, you think the person of the football team here? You think this soccer player here? Or this baseball player? The baseball players was what I heard
were they the ones?
That's what I was.
Listen, so there was a lot of guys.
I'm not mad at because they were fucking sexy as hell.
Okay, well that's what I'm saying. There was a lot of guys that were in athletic that I probably would have like made moves on, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, I would have definitely made moves on them. But I was a little bit more antisocial than you in high school. Can you confirm that?
Very.
Yeah, please. Nobody believes me when I say that.
Very. I know it's definitely different now. Yeah. He said I graduated, honey. He said I'm
outies. I have to go get my life together. No, but I look back at those days and I'm like, man, we probably would have really been good though. I think because like everybody really liked it. So here's the thing. We all knew. Everybody knew. I think nobody just wanted to say it.
I think so.
Because there was conversations. I was friends with guys outside of high school when high school was done. Yeah. And they were like, shocked that you were gay. I was like, bitch, he was twisting up and down the 200 halls. What you talking about?
Honey,
he was twisting harder than me.
I was Naomi Campbelling up and down the hallways.
Yes, like you were gayer than me in high school for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
I would say that. Yeah. I think I played it off because I dated girls and I slept with girls and I it didn't like.
I want to get into that in a second because I couldn't pull through with it.
Oh no,
I'm not gonna. I've kissed a girl before and the lips, they're just so.
Which one's the top of the bottom ones?
Not for sure, not the bottom ones. I was like, no, but the lips, they're all cold and soft and delicate. I need fucking.
I don't know, rough.
I need rough nigga lips. You know what I mean? Fucking lips chapped, beards and shit. You know what I mean? Construction worker. No, okay. Wait, we're jumping ahead. This is great. So your early life though, because. We did go to Midway. Midway back in the day when we in 2009, when we graduated in 2009, I would say it was a little bit more conserved.
Very.
Back in the now Midway's different now.
I don't know.
Midway's super diverse now. I'll tell you that. It's way more diverse than when we were in high school.
I feel like Midway loved it. It was great. Thrived. I feel like maybe there was maybe a handful of Latinos, or there was a handful of African Americans.
Well, it was mainly white.
It was predominantly white.
Predominantly white school.
Majority of the people that were of color pretty much were almost there to play sport.
Okay.
Let's be real.
Yeah, no, for sure. That's what it is. Did you have a hard time? I tell the story on my show. I did not have a hard time growing up gay. Everybody was just accepting of it. Nobody gave a fuck. When I came out, they're like, oh, we were making bets. You know what I mean? So for you, was it the same?
Surprisingly, yes.
Okay.
I think so.
Because you're the only boy, right?
Yeah, I'm the only boy.
The only boy.
And so I remember when I came out, I was 19, and I came back, and I'd slept with girls all throughout high school. I had a girlfriend in high school.
Yeah.
I dated a girl in college.
Right.
And then but at the same time, I was I didn't mess around with a guy probably maybe the summer before my senior year of high school. And it was...
Did he go to school with us?
No. So, but it was on a school trip. So,
was it really?
Yeah. So student council had to go
tell us.
So student council had to go to Texas Tech for a leadership conference, JUCO, where all the schools from all over would come.
Yeah, okay.
And back in the day, MySpace was very poppin'.
I remember MySpace.
And so I had this guy that I had met on MySpace. His name was Jason. We'll just call him. His name is Jason. I won't give you details.
That's not his real name, or that's
no? That's his real name.
Yeah,
but I won't. Yeah.
What's up, Jason?
And so he was from there, from Lubbock. And so we had, and then I got there, and he was like, "Hey, want to meet up?" And I was like, Sure. I guess I never met you. Mind you, I've never done anything sexual with a guy before, ever. So I had no clue what was happening.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Well, want to meet?" And we met. We walked the campus, and then he ended up blowing me in the under the stairwell in the library of the Texas Tech library.
What the hell?
And I had never I was shaking.
Really?
One, because I was like, okay, this is a guy out there, I don't know. But two, it was because it was the Texas Tech library. We're underneath.
But you knew you liked guys, though,
yes,
Robert.
Yeah.
You did. So you wanted to.
I wanted to. I just never really went there.
Yeah.
And so then it happened, and everything done. I didn't mess with him. He literally just blew me.
Okay.
And then I had to hurry up and go to because we all had time blocks of classes that we had to go to.
Yeah.
And I had to hurry up and run all the way across campus to make the thing, still trying to clean up everything and hide it all. It was wild. And I walked into that conference and I sat down and it was no one knew. No one knew. And
Did
then
you feel
after
that,
that,
dirty slut?
yes. And after that, I thought to myself, okay, this was the moment.
This is
this is the moment. And so then everything happened, and then so senior year happened, and I'd kind of been talking to guys on MySpace, whatever, but nothing happened. And then I went to college, and kind of the same thing, it really kind of wasn't accepted there.
Oh,
so
really?
I dated girls, slept with girls, and then messing around with guys on the side.
Yeah.
And then finally I realized that, you know what,
this gets old.
Yeah, like I'm not upset if a girl like if a girl would break up with me or didn't call me back, I'd be like, fine, like whatever. But God forbid Trey didn't call me back or like message me back or ghost me. God, honey, I was devastated.
Robert, hold on a second, because I got fucking questions. I got mad questions, bro. I always knew I couldn't even pretend. Okay, like I wasn't even gonna act like I wanted to sleep with a girl. It just wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah.
Okay. How the fuck? Wait, first of all, can I just ask? 'Cause I hate being asked if I'm gay. Are you gay? Are you bisexual?
I'm gay.
You are gay.
Gay.
So you're gay.
Absolutely.
Like gayer than me.
Very.
Bottom gay or just versatile. You're versatile.
Who's verse these days? Okay, let's be real. Who's verse?
How did you convince yourself to be sleeping with women?
Well, I think it was because I didn't know anything different.
I did. And
Like,
I think Do you
just
think the circumstances of your life and our environment that we were in?
Yeah.
Do you think that played a part?
I think. Oh, definitely. I think it was like my role is to like be with a woman. Like I'm supposed to like have a girlfriend. I'm supposed like this is
Did you
kind
like,
of how
did you
it's
like
supposed
it?
to go.
Did you
I mean,
like
it
Like,
worked.
really?
Like I didn't like going down on a girl. I can tell you that.
Yeah. No. Ew.
But I can eat ass for days now, honey.
Mike, I'm sorry. Mike, I'm so sorry. No, because I can't okay, so a lot of people ask me all the time, like, how you know you don't like girls if you've never done it? And I can't imagine being, I don't mean to be too graphic, you guys, but well, yeah, I do. I can't see myself being inside a woman. Like, it's just, it's not arousing to me. And so how did you convince yourself in your head that this is pleasurable?
Well, I also think at that time, like, we're young teenagers that I think any sort of action it was getting, it was just going to stand up at attention.
Oh, okay, sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, and it didn't, like...
I mean, I was a virgin until I was 24, so I don't know.
I definitely didn't like... I can tell you, I will never forget, I didn't like the whole, like, porn star moaning and grunt. Like, I didn't... I don't oversell it. Like, I don't need that.
Oh, from the girls.
From the girl.
Yeah,
and how it's like, no.
So you were like, honey, I'm done.
Yeah, I was like,
gay as fuck.
Please don't.
Okay, so you've been with plenty of women.
Yeah.
Now you dated girls in high school too, though.
Mm-hmm.
So none of them ever question you, like, hey, you're a little bit, because when I recall the high school days, Robert, I mean, like I said, I was a little bit more closed off. So I think I wasn't on a lot of people's radar, but you were everywhere in high school. You were all over the place in high school. You were Mr. Popular. You were. You don't think that they were? No, not you. You were. Okay, bitch, don't play with me. You don't think did some of them ever ask, like, okay, Robert, like, just tell me, girl, like, like.
No.
No.
I feel like probably after, I feel like maybe after I came out, they were like, I get it. Like, or totally makes sense.
So, but did you? So, like, not you don't have to name drop anybody, but you dated girls in our school. Did you sleep with any of them? And did you have a conversation with them afterwards and said, "Look, I didn't really like it." Like, do you feel the need to have a conversation with them?
No, I didn't.
You didn't.
And I think, and I feel like that probably should have been like a sign in my mind of like where I didn't. Like, there was no connection.
There was no connection. Okay.
It was just sex.
Yeah.
And we all know that as gay men, like, sex can just be sex in it now. So I should have, like,
it is, but I'm changing my ways. I need to fall in love. I'm 32. No more being a slut. Okay. No, it's just wild to me. Okay, did you have your eyes on anybody in high school, though? Because there was a lot of guys in high school I would have slept with.
Oh, yeah.
Sure. Oh, there was a lot of guys in high school.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
With, yeah. Even now to this day, I look at them and I'm like, yeah, I'd still sleep with you. I ran into one at Shipley's and I was like, yeah.
Oh, my God, absolutely. There were so...
Did anybody?
Many.
Hold on a second. No. We're not outing anybody. We're not.
No, absolutely
But did any guys ever try to like come on to you in high school?
Not during high school, but after high school, absolutely.
They did.
After high school, absolutely.
I recently slept with the guy some months ago. He told me he was in our grade. He told me he was in our fucking grade. I never talked to him. I did not know. I had the fucking yearbook. I looked that shit up in the yearbook.
Let me pull out the archives.
Yo,
and look real quick.
this nigga was ugly in high school, right? But
oh no.
Nowadays,
some people have a good glow up, honey. Like,
yeah, they did. I mean, he's all right, but like, yeah, he's like, oh, you don't remember me?
Was it good? Decent.
It was like
passable.
I'd give it a 7.
Okay.
It was a good 7. You know what I mean? I have to convince myself that this is what I want to do. You know, there's some people that you just like come over, and then with this person, I'm like, yeah.
Well, let me ask a few more people, and if a few people say no, then I'll do
I will say, because I had the same experience too. There were some guys out of high school that hit me up after when I came out, because you have to remember, I didn't come out I came out to my family when I was 21.
Okay.
And then my friends when I like 2 years later. And so then when I was out, I was just out, right?
Yeah.
And so then they started hitting me up like, "Hey, can we try this?" And I always kind of figured, and I thought you were coming on to me on high school. I didn't talk to you in high school.
You
bitch.
didn't talk to anybody.
No, Robert, tell them. Let Robert tell you.
Literally no
Robert,
joke.
tell
Talk
them.
to no one.
Thank you.
And like trying to get him to like speak 2 words or like do anything outside of like going to class, and then like that was it.
That was it.
Nothing.
And Robert was a little bitch in high school. Little Mr. Popular bitch.
I wasn't that popular. I was just in everything.
You were in everything. So
I wasn't popular. I was just in everything.
How did your family take your coming out?
Surprisingly, so well. I thought when I came home, well, I called my mom and I told her, I said, "Hey, I'm dating someone."
Okay.
And his name is Craig.
I did the same thing. I did the same fucking thing to my mom. His name is Simon.
Yeah, I'm like, his name is Craig.
Yeah.
And she goes, "What?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah."
Okay.
And so she was like, "I always knew it." She was like, "I knew, like, it's fine, blah, blah, blah."
Yeah.
Well, I'm like the only boy in my family. So I
sure.
thought to myself, like, I can't tell my dad over the phone.
Same.
I have to do it in person, like, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
And so I remember, like, the first time I came home, I literally was in my room, like, sitting on the couch, and I was like, or sitting on my bed, like, okay, now's the time. Like, you can do this. Like, you can do this now.
Convincing yourself.
And it's just me and my dad at the house.
Yeah.
And my dad's super, like, Latino machismo, like, he's sitting watching reruns of football in his championship shorts.
Okay.
No shirt, just shit. And I, like, walked in. I was like, "Hey, Dad, can I talk to you?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Sure, what's up?" And I'm like, "No, like, can you turn the TV off? Like,
let's have a conversation.
That's serious.
Daddy." Like,
yeah, I'm like, "Shit, please." And then he's like, "Okay, so turn the TV off." And I sit down, and he's like, "So what's up?" And I'm like, "Well, something happened, and like while I was in college, and I feel like I just like need to tell you."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh God, who did you get pregnant?"
Oh. Well, you don't have to worry about that one.
Don't worry about that, honey.
Yeah, okay.
And I said, "Well, I met someone. His name is Craig, and I'm bisexual." That's how I played it.
I played bisexual too.
Yeah.
I played that.
Bi now, gay later.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I did that shit for a few minutes.
Not that like being bisexual was very great. But it just was not my journey.
Y'all can have that shit.
Not my journey.
I'm not
my
doing
journey.
That. I'm gay as fuck. Go ahead.
I'm already crazy with one person, like one gender. If you are now dating 2, I absolutely not.
I'm not doing girls, but go ahead. Y'all can keep the bi.
And he literally, and my dad had been like sober for a few years.
Oh,
and, like,
sure.
And he literally just goes, "Go to your room." And I'm like 19. I've been out of college. Like, I'm like, "Oh shit." So I get up and I go to my room.
Like, damn, a nigga's grounded? What's
right,
up?
yeah.
Okay, bitch.
Like, shit.
A bitch is grounded?
So then he leaves.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God, in my mind, I'm like, I just set my dad back. Like,
oh, I see.
He's about to just, like, I just triggered him. He's about to just go.
Yeah.
And he comes back maybe like 45 minutes later, and calls me into the kitchen and sits me down, and he goes, "I love you. You'll always be my son."
Wow.
It worries and scares me that you are going to have a harder way of life just with society and everything.
Okay.
And that was that.
Isn't it great how it hasn't been a harder way of life though? I think because they're so old school. Like my mom, she had a brother that was gay and he died of AIDS. So her instant thought was that I was just gonna get AIDS. Like, Mom, I wear condom. Like, I'm not stupid. I'm gay, but I'm not stupid.
We all listen.
Yeah, these dudes that I used to sleep with. Oh, I don't have anything. I'm married. Yeah, but you're sleeping with me. What you talking about?
Period.
Okay,
I love that. I'm married, but
you don't have to worry. I'm married. I don't have nothing. You married, but you say I'm not special. Bitch, what you talking about?
Or who's to say your wife ain't doing nothing on the side, honey?
Niggas ain't shit, dude. But anyway, I'm telling you, no, but yeah, our coming out was so she was scared that I was gonna get AIDS. I never told my dad. My dad, I think, got confirmation on the public affair, and then because all his coworkers love my show, which thank you guys, thank you Owens, Illinois. but she said I have to tell my dad, which I did not want to. And then from what I understand, my aunt Titi Angela told me that they got drunk on Christmas, and then my mom told my dad, and then that was it.
That was it. Yeah, it was. I mean. And it was, but I feel like because I was in Chicago, when I went to school in Chicago, I felt like it was out of sight, out of mind, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, like, he didn't really get to see, like, there were not, you
were in Midway, and at the time it was more It was closed off, reserved. Anything that was happening, because we know Midway has some shit happening. They swept under the rug. Nobody ever put it on the media, nothing. Nope. And then you moved to Chicago. Chicago's a little bit more open.
Everything.
And so you just set free.
Open.
You spread your wings like a phoenix.
Honey, spread my wings. Yes. Throwing rainbows and glitter and butterflies. Just it was. Yes. It was wild, and I just remember like thinking to myself like, this is great. Mm-hmm. But it was funny because I just remember like there was a guy that we were best friends.
Okay.
Before I left for college.
Sure.
And I'm sure if anyone knows me is gonna know exactly what I'm talking about.
Who is it?
I'm not gonna say.
But get it off camera. Who is it?
From our class, though. I'll tell you after.
Okay, tell me on break. We're going on break in a minute. Yeah.
And but we better go on break because if you just catch me on a little group, no, I'm just kidding.
No, we're going on break in a minute. Go ahead.
So I had a best friend before I left for college, and that's where kind of I found like, okay, like I'm emotionally invested into this person. I'm like, God, like I'm going to college. Why would I meet you now? You're still in high school. He didn't really go to our grade until after I left.
Okay.
Go to me until after I left, and I remember. Always stayed over. Didn't care. My parents didn't care if he stayed over. If I was with him, nothing.
It was just
didn't care.
Okay.
The minute I came out and I came home from break and I was like, "Hey, so and so wants to come over and blah blah blah." My dad, they were like, "No." Oh. And I was like,
he's not gay.
He's gay now. Yeah, he's gay.
He's gay now.
He's gay now.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Kind of same boat.
Were y'all like on the side?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're.
Yeah.
During high school.
Yeah. Well, the summer. Well, it was the summer after I graduated. So the summer before I left for college was when that was happening, and he was still in high school.
You know, before we go on break, can I just say who's actually openly gay now? Who I wish I would have took the opportunity in high school. His name is Matthew. What's his last name? McMahon.
Yes.
You know Matthew?
Do you want to know how I know? Oh, honey, it was when Trix was open down here.
He was at Trix.
And he was at Trix. And guess who I was at Trix with as well too? Koki Reed.
I love Koki.
Sorry, I didn't mean to
No, we like Koki. Yeah, shout out to Koki.
But I just remember being there with like my friends and like my good friends Judy, and I look over and I hear Robert Fraga, and I'm like, what? And I look over and it's fucking Koki Reed, and she's like, let's go do shots, and I was like, boom. Yes. And then I look over and there's fucking Matthew McMahon, and I'm like,
I'm not gonna say who he hung out with because I do like the guy. They were best friends, so I know everything makes sense now. But Matthew, I would have definitely, because Matthew used to give me rides home. But I think because he wanted...
he would have given probably you a ride home.
I used to think he was cute. And then when I found out he was gay, I don't think I'm his type. I think he likes twinks. Shout out to... We don't need to... Listen, guys, before we get in trouble, we need to go on break. When we get back, Robert is going to tell us more about when he went to Chicago, became Robbie Phoenix, and all his adult content that he did. I really want to get into and so much more. So make sure you guys stay tuned here on The Public Affair. Okay, sorry. Sorry.
This is great.
Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this exciting episode. My very special guest, Mr. Robert Fraga, aka Robbie Phoenix. He says he only goes by that in bed, whatever. Listen, before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode is brought to us by Julian and Ana Banda with Banda's Hauling Service. They rent dump trailers. Listen, you fill it up, they're going to haul it away. They also do junk removals, tree brush removals, and haul cars in and out of town. And now, for all those people that are having them big ass parties, them quinceañeras, whatever, they're offering roll off dumpsters as well. Perfect for big get togethers. Oh, yes. Book now at the number on the screen. Oh, and Robert, if the car breaks down, he'll come pick you up. He got you. Don't worry about it. He'll tow it. Banda's Hauling Service is there for you when you need them. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to Manny Guerrero with Blue Star RV Services, a mobile RV tech who can fix all RVs, travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and food trucks. He deals with the warranty company, so you don't have to. If you don't have warranty, they're still affordable. They're still reliable. Pay them their service fee. They're going to get you taken care of and get your RV back up and running. Follow on Facebook and call the number on the screen to Manny Guerrero. And Manny always wants to give back. We stay doing shout outs. Shout out to Blue Star. He does. He'll hit me up random. You guys, make sure you stay tuned to Blue Star RV Services Facebook page. He'll just hit me up and say, I just want to give away $100 today. $200 today. Yeah. I'm like, bet, let's do it.
Manny.
Yes, Manny, you're the best, bro. Thank you so much.
I got to get back to St. Louis, honey.
Yeah, okay. Tamara Rosales with Strike a Pose Photography, a digital photo booth business, perfect for parties, private events, corporate events, and so much more. It's fun, it's convenient, it's easy. Call now with the number on the screen. Follow on Facebook at Strike a Pose Photography. If you need a personal photographer, Robbie Phoenix. She might got you.
I might know a few.
Okay, Myra, girl.
I can refer some friends.
Myra, you're about to go to St. Louis, girl. Okay. Thank you so much to Striker Post Photography for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to J. Petal and Poke with Junior Fuentes, Thomas Roberts, and their entire family provides delicious savory Japanese crepes and poke bowls. They're delicious. Their whole family's delicious, and so is the restaurant. So is the restaurant.
I can tell because your voice inflection changed the minute you were like,
yeah, I had Junior Fuentes on the show. Jesus Christ. Yeah, they're so great. They also have handcrafted Thai rolled ice cream for dessert. You can choose from a menu item or create your own, like I like to do, because Robert and I like to be in control, even though I'm bottom. Okay, locations in University Park Drive and Hewitt Drive. You can order online at jpetaltx.com to jpetal and poke. Oh, and you guys, go download the app. Download the app. It makes ordering much more convenient and easy. To Jpetal and Poke, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, I can't go on without thanking my boy Sid Rodriguez. I didn't do my hair today, but he did cut my hair today. Ooh. I'm trying to do a little less product. How do you think it looks? It looks more fuller, doesn't it? All right. With Elite Barbershop located on Hewitt Drive. You can call the number on the screen or download the Squire app as well. Walk-ins are welcome. They got Mark. That's a lot of names. They're all really, really phenomenal. So stop asking me who the best one is. They're all the best. All right. All the best. And they're all hot. Ready? Marcus Guerrero, Chris Reyes, Santos Cordova, David Rodriguez, Isaac Chavez, Clint Fletcher, Isai Reyes, and their new barber, Sam Ceballos.
Did you say David Rodriguez?
David Rodriguez, D-Rod. Is he really?
Sure, yeah.
Yes. I be trying to sleep with him. Just Elite Bar. I do. Yeah,
no,
yeah.
Leave that man alone.
He's a little rough around the edges. Just Elite Barbershop. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. All right, guys. We've got more with my very special guest, Mr. Robert Fraga. Robbie Phoenix. Listen. You're visiting from St. Louis. You're originally from Waco. Mm-hmm. When you come into town, do your DMs immediately start getting lit with people that wanted to sleep with you?
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Okay.
Robbie Phoenix has been retired for probably when I turned, I'm 33 now.
Yeah.
So I retired Robbie Phoenix at like 27, 25. 20,
so that's relatively short-lived.
Yeah, well, it was like 21. It was like 21 to 27.
Okay.
I feel like that's pretty.
Tell me about the birth of Robbie Phoenix. I remember getting on Facebook. You have to remember, I'm a late bloomer. So while y'all were over there sleeping with each other in high school and sucking each other off.
Don't say me.
Yeah, you were there sleeping with bitches and you didn't even like bitches.
Oh, okay, well, that's
Those
fair.
poor girls, they're probably like, damn, I slept with a gay guy. How do they explain that to their husbands, Robert? You know? Well, maybe they slept with gay guys
now
too.
it's really like, oh, don't worry, he's gay, honey.
Yeah, you know,
it's great.
Yeah, and so I remember getting on social media. I remember finding you on social media. And like I said, we weren't. I think it's fair to say we weren't close.
Right.
We didn't hang out in the same circle. We weren't like best friends. We didn't talk.
Right.
But I remember I was like, hey, that's that guy Robert Fraga. I'll keep up with Robert Fraga. And I just remember seeing 6-packs, ass. Thongs, pasties, ass, naked photos.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he's living the fast life. Mm-hmm. What happened when you moved to Chicago?
So, like I said, I think I touched base on it. Like, it was Victor's Hotel. I don't know if it's still there anymore. Okay. But it was Victor's Hotel, and it was an 18 and up place.
This was a bar that you would go to.
It was a bar, club, bar, I don't know. Sure. It was like 18 and up in the front, and it was 21 in the back. Okay. And so we would go in, everything was great, and then what is that I'm looking for? The promoters there.
Okay.
Was like, hey, would you be willing to dance? And I'm like, oh, I don't really know. Because at the time, like, my job was, like, in school.
Sure.
At, like, Lutheran college.
Okay.
Track and field. I'm like, oh, I don't really know. And so then I remember I called my mom. And I said, Mom, I got offered to do this. Okay. What are your thoughts on it?
Sure.
And she goes, well, you're not running for president.
Okay.
And she was like, you're not running for president. You hate wearing clothes. And your body's never going to look this great ever again. Which, very much correct.
Does it not look like that anymore?
No, honey.
Really?
She's got like a nice little dad bod going, which I'm here for.
Dad bods are in. Please tell them that pudgy niggas are in right now.
Oh, facts.
Oh yeah. We don't want the skinny 6-pack. Y'all can keep that shit.
No.
All right. We want the chubbies.
Yes.
It's winter time.
Something to hold on to.
Something to hold
Absolutely.
on to. That's in right now.
Yes.
Hell yeah. When you're on top and then you're just looking down. There's nothing but fucking stomach and yeah. Oh, I'm in. I love that shit. Hell yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
And so. Yeah, when I look up, I don't want to. Yeah, I feel that.
Okay.
So
just
I was like,
bones.
sure, why not? I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'll do it.
Sure.
So then I was doing it, and I just had like my Robert Fraga Facebook page, like whatever, no big deal.
Yeah.
And then and then I would like share like, oh, hey, I'm dancing here, I'm doing this, blah, 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 share all these things.
Sure.
Well, then my track coach was like, pulled me to the office one day, and they were like, hey, we don't care really like what you do outside of whatever, and he was like, but like just remember, like, you represent this team, you represent this college.
And it's a religious
like,
college.
It's very, it was a Lutheran college.
Yeah,
and so
okay.
I'm not Lutheran. I don't even know. I was like, but bitch, you gonna give me money to fucking, you gonna give me something to go there and run track? Absolutely, I'll go.
What's up? Yeah.
And I was like, all right, cool. So then I was thinking about it. And so then that's how, like, I guess Robbie Phoenix just came out of nowhere. I think it was like more of like someone, I can't remember who really like gave it to me, but it was more like Robbie came out and then everyone started calling me Robbie, and it was Robbie.
Sure.
And then
very typical of the gays, just coming up with nicknames.
Like my name is Robert, and it's just like, what? Here we go.
No, you're Robbie, sweetie.
Yes.
Like, yeah. Okay.
And so, at the time, I was working at the clothing store Express.
Yeah.
And one of the girls there, shout to Express.
Yes.
And one of the girls there, Jenny, she would call me her little Robbie, and that's where it just kind of came. It was like it was an alter ego, because as a salesperson, you have to have an alter ego. And I was very sassy. Like Chicago, I just found myself, I guess, that was hella gay. And so she called me Robbie, and then I think I just kind of came up out of nowhere.
Okay.
So Phoenix, kind of everyone was just like, that's your name, and I'm like, what should my last name be? And like, there's all these like whatever. So like Robbie Phoenix just kind of came to be that.
And the Phoenix represents like
rising out of ashes,
rebirth. Yeah. So you essentially found yourself. I think. I love having these conversations. I really wish we would have came out in high school.
Oh, absolutely.
If that could change anything about high school, I would have just been gay.
Oh.
Like, I think I would, you know what I mean? Like, I think I would have just told everybody, like, I like dudes.
Here it is.
But you know, I'm hanging out with these dudes.
Yeah.
We're discovering ourselves. You know what I mean? And I don't want them to, listen, my best friend in high school is my best friend today.
Yeah.
Jaime Gutierrez. You know what I mean? I don't want him to think I'm trying to sleep with him or at the fucking lunch table.
And I feel like that's where it is.
Yeah.
That's where it was then. If you were gay and you were friends with a straight guy, the straight guy would get more shit because, oh, you're friends with a gay guy, or, oh, you're trying to hit on me. Where now it's like, no, bitch, I'm not hitting on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
no. I talk about that today. Like, my brothers, my two best friends, Mauro and Jaime, are straight, heterosexual men, married with children. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to sleep with them. But immediately, the connotation is that you do.
Yep.
Now, are they attractive? Absolutely. But they are my brothers. That is strange.
Or now, when everything like when I go to like straight bars in St. Louis, and then I'm talking, and then someone like after the conversation happens, they're like, "Oh, you're gay?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Oh, well, just don't try to hit on me." And I was like, "I wasn't hitting on you in the first place."
But those are the ones that you can.
That's the one that you get a 2 a.m. text. Hey, you up?
Yeah, exactly. That's how I know my brothers were never down. They'd be like, "Nigga, shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here with that gay shit." Because they never hit me up until 2 a.m.
Yeah.
As soon as I told them they were gay, they're like, "We don't give a fuck." You know how to point them out now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. As soon as they start, listen. I slept with one for a long time. Okay. Anyway, so getting into the adult content though.
Okay.
So now you're go-go dancing. Okay. So Peter's all over the fucking bar. You're wearing G-string. What was the extent of your career as Robbie Phoenix? I mean, did you get into porn, Robert, or what?
So, never porn.
Okay.
It was more of like, I think you hit on the nail on the head. It was more of like an OnlyFans before OnlyFans.
Okay.
So I had done photo shoots, and to get some of the photos, I wasn't, at some points, I maybe wasn't the fittest or the trimmest.
Okay.
And so I remember this one photographer was very much loved to shoot on sexual energy.
Okay.
And so basically what he would do is I would be in underwear or naked, just depending on what was happening.
Sure.
And he would play this is the camera, and then behind the camera he would have porn playing. And so I would watch the camera, and then I'd watch porn.
Is it gay porn or straight porn?
Gay porn.
It's gay porn. Okay.
And so then I would get aroused.
Sure.
And then you would kind of just start, and then he would
start what?
You would start I would start jerking off.
Okay.
And then he would take photos. And something, and it's very true and it's very weird, but something about when you're in that sexual mode, the way your body reacts and flexes and just tenses up or doesn't tense up.
Okay.
It really gives you a really different defined energy and things like
yes,
that.
I can. Okay.
And so those were some of the best photos that I've ever taken.
Really?
Now, if that photographer ever decided to sell the negatives, I would be completely fucking shut up a brick because but you signed a waiver, and at the time I was I don't really care, whatever.
Sure. I mean, you're young.
Yeah, I don't
young,
yeah. And then I remember I would dance there, at Victor's Hotels where I started, and then once I turned 21 was when I got into Boys Town.
Okay.
And so those who don't know, like Boys Town's like a really big like whole strip, mile long in Chicago. And there was a bar there called Circuit, and it was full Latino. It was just Latinos.
That's where I need to go.
And it was great.
Construction workers. Where
Great,
you at?
very.
Yes. Okay.
And so then I kind of like got my foot in the door there, and then I had met from Victor's Hotel, I met all these like little like kind of like little bars here and there that would help me. I like created like this little like underground Latin following kind of thing.
Yeah.
And
you were popping for a whole minute.
It was great.
You were at all the parades.
I was new. Like
sure.
So and like being new and being like Latino.
You were fresh meat.
Fresh meat.
You were fresh meat.
And being like Latino in Chicago, like a token Latino.
Yeah.
Like it was easy. Like
all the rich white dudes hitting
everyone
you up.
fetishized you, and it was fantastic.
So you were just getting this attention.
Oh, and I loved every second of it.
But it was different than because again, we take it back to our high school days.
Yeah.
I will never forget Robert Fraga from high school because Robert Fraga from high school was in all the programs, was in all the stuff. You had all the friends.
Yeah.
Everybody loved Robert Fraga. If you asked Robert, they all knew who you were. No, you were. You know what I mean? That's true. So then it's maybe a different kind of attention when you move to Chicago.
Yeah.
Everybody's just like almost idolizing you.
I didn't think that, and I never felt like in high school I never felt attractive, I guess you could say.
Sure.
Like, I mean, I knew that I had a good body.
I would have definitely made out with you in high school. In high school, I would have like I used to. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell Robert. Like I was like, okay, like I know I'm gay, but I can't tell anybody, and I know that gay nigga's for sure gay, right? Like he's for sure gay. And so I would look at you and be like, okay, yeah, he's cute. Now I'm like. No, I mean you're gorgeous. We're friends. You know what I mean? Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, but if we would have experimented, I wish we would have experimented in high school.
Hey, you never know.
Yeah. No, that way
No, I feel that.
You were the only other gay person that was my type in high school.
That's fair.
It was
because I was a twink. You like twinks, and I'm a twink.
I don't like twinks.
No, you don't like twinks.
No, I like nice bears, construction worker.
Oh,
yeah, rugged man. Are you a twink? You're not a fucking twink. Get the fuck out of here.
I was in high school.
Yeah, I don't know, but in high school, anyway. So the other gay guys that were out were not my type. Anyway,
fair.
Okay, so you're
I got where you're going with that one. Yeah.
And so so you're getting all this attention. You're getting all this attention as a this socialite almost in Chicago.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, and so You mentioned doing like nude photos. So were they selling photos of you like full frontals and everything? Or?
No, so they weren't.
So like, what was the point of that?
So it was just to get the shot
For the photographer?
Really, yeah, for the photographer.
Oh, so he paid you to have just dick pics of you?
Basically.
When OnlyFans was before OnlyFans.
And I could use, and the deal was I could use his photos. I did it as like and then I could use the photos as marketing.
Okay.
As like promos. Like if you see nowadays, like if you see the like club promoters flyers and there's like a hot person behind it.
Sure.
Like I could use those photos to be the hot boy behind it.
Okay.
All that kind of scenarios and stuff. I had, for those of you who know like Club Poppy, which is primarily a porn.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The gays know that one. Yeah.
It's probably like a Latino porn.
We all know about Club Poppy.
Like, yeah, it's like the Latino Sean
Shout
Cody.
Out to Club Poppy by Latin men. Okay. The gays know what we're talking about. Hey, the straights watching the show, like, what the fuck?
Let me Google. Don't Google.
First of all, the straights watching this show are like, I'm not even watching this shit anymore.
It turns it off the minute
I said they turned this shit the first time. Yeah, as soon as you said that. The girls are watching this, and all the gays are like, sis. That's where we're at with this episode right now. Okay, it's like all my brothers have tuned now. Hi, Mimar, I'm sorry. This one's not for you. I told you guys this was one for you. Okay, yeah. But anyway, okay, so
yeah. So that and
I digress.
And I had like when they would, because they travel all over and they would do, and when they came to Chicago a lot, they would hit me up and be like, "Hey, would you?"
Club Poppy would.
Yeah.
Okay.
They'd be like, "Hey, would you come be one of our dancers for so and so?" And that's how I got to meet. Like I met like Kat DeLuna.
I love Kat DeLuna.
And
I fucking love Kat DeLuna.
Oh, so great.
You met Maya.
Yes, Kat DeLuna, Maya,
you met
Aubrey O'Day,
Jessica
Sutter.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
I've kept my tabs on you. Don't fucking play
with
me.
Great.
When I tell you,
Big Frida.
Big Frida. Yeah, okay.
With Big Frida.
So, were you ever asked to do porn?
Yes.
And so, did you not?
I wanted. So it was when I was dancing for Club Poppy. It's funny because in the industry, it's like a slippery slope. It's like, all right, cool, you're a go-go dancer. When's your porn coming out?
Sure.
Like, it's very that kind of scenario. And I remember the guy that I was dating at the time had done porn. And he was like, I regret it so bad, blah, 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 yada, yada, whatever. And I'm like, that's you, not me. I don't really give a shit. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
And so whenever I thought about it, I was like, all right, cool. Like, we can go and we could try. And I remember there was like a little casting couch session in Chicago. And we went, and it was like a solo thing where I could like jerk off and they recorded, blah, 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 yada, yada. And it was the most awkward thing in the entire... I cried.
But you did a photo shoot where you were doing
that. But I don't know why it was... But, like, also the photo shoot was just me and the photographer.
Oh.
The scene, the solo scene was, like, me, the director, the producer. It was, like, basically, imagine, like, this lighting setup.
Okay.
With, like, 10 people back here.
Was there any chicks there? Or
no, it was all dudes.
Okay, so they're just watching you.
Just watching.
Jerk off.
Yeah, and I'm like jerking off, and there's porn playing, and they're like talking to you, and like very that, and then I just remember being like super uncomfortable.
Okay.
Because then one of them pulled his dick out, and I was like, see,
oh wow,
slippery slope. I didn't sign up for that.
We didn't say all that.
We didn't sign up for that.
Yeah.
Like, and I didn't want to be like, because I feel like at that time, I could have been like like if I was there and he would have walked over and been like, hey, blah, 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 I probably would have been like, oh, I don't want to get in trouble. Like,
right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Like very Harvey Weinstein or whatever his name is. Probably. But
yeah. So but you end up going through with the scene.
Yeah, I ended up finishing and then I cried after.
Did you?
And I remember his name was Jamie, felt so bad. Because I was like, this is not what I signed up. This is not what I thought. Okay. And it was just not in my mind. Now I've dated porn stars.
Okay.
And I've been on set with them while they're doing their job.
Doing their thing. And that never bothered you?
That never bothered me watching them. I was like,
we finna do that when we get home.
Period.
Yeah, okay.
And I also had to remember, like, okay, at first my Latino crazy ass was like, you don't moan like that for me?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't do that when you don't do that when we're in the bedroom.
You didn't gargle my balls, bitch.
Yeah. Okay. You don't swallow for me, but now you're gonna swallow for this dude.
Oh wow.
And then he looked. And I remember when I said that, he was like, "Yeah, but I'm getting paid." And I was like, "True, you're about to pay for our trip, so it's fine."
Robert, what the fuck, man?
At that point.
So was any of that ever empowering for you?
Yes.
Okay.
I knew, and it's gonna sound super like cocky and shitty.
Okay.
But like, I knew, I feel like at that moment in time, like, I knew no one could dance better than I could on that bar top.
Okay.
Like, and I knew that 100% for a second. And then I knew my body was right. And I had, like, obviously, like, a whole bunch of, like, the drag queens loved me. Sure. So if you get a good drag queen behind you, then, like,
oh, yeah.
bitch, everybody loves you.
You're in everywhere.
You're in everywhere. So it didn't really matter. And it just felt very confident. And it was very confident in a sense of like, when people would reach out to you and be like, hey, can you come dance for me here? Or like, I remember like when I would come home and I would always, back then, I fly into Waco now, but back then I'd fly into Dallas.
Okay. Stay
there for a day or two.
And
before I came home.
And be Robbie Phoenix.
For a day or two before I came home. Because like was it BJ's? BJ's, I think. Or like where all those poles and all that kind of stuff. I never danced at S4, and then I did Tin Room.
Okay.
I danced there, and I would go there, and it was fantastic. Like, and I got to like come in, make some money, make a cute little booking fee, because when I first started, it was like, oh, you're just dancing for tips, and I'm like, all right, fine, like whatever, no big deal.
But now you got to pay.
And then it was like $50, and I was like, all right, cool, thanks. And then like, full-blown Robbie Phoenix time, I was like, bitch, you're paying me $300. Right?
Okay, real quick.
I'm not getting on this. My clothes are not coming off at all.
Yeah, for sure. Jeez, man. Okay, so I'm glad that was, empowering. Obviously, it didn't, like, pose a threat to your health.
No,
thank God. Because, unfortunately, people don't practice safe sex.
No.
And it's important.
Especially in our community, absolutely
It's important in our community. Listen, nobody has had the pleasure of shooting this club up. Like, nobody. I've had some great sex with guys for years, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Wrap that shit up. You know what I mean? Like,
fair.
Yeah, let me tell you something. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And one is really trying to convince me. I'm like,
thank God for prep. Shout out to prep.
I don't take prep.
Oh, well, then you shouldn't be getting loaded
old,
up.
I'm old school. Just condoms. You know what I mean? Just hey, so real quick before we go, which this has been such an enlightening conversation, right? You know, one of the things that you texted me earlier was that, you know, when you have kids, because you do want to have kids.
Right.
Okay, and so you'll probably go have sex with a girl again to have kids.
No, definitely not.
No, oh, so you do the other way. Okay,
Yeah, definitely. I'll buy it.
Real quick, yeah, chicks are done. You're
done.
You're.
I haven't. The last time I had sex with a girl, yeah, it was no.
It was in high school, or in college.
Yeah.
In college, yeah. And you're like, fuck this, and out.
Well, there was like a little stint, probably like 3 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Where like, but that was nothing.
That was nothing. Okay, but so you know, one of in the text message that you sent me, you encourage your kids, or you want to encourage your kids to just kind of follow the same route you did. Do you think that all of that was beneficial for you? Like,
I think so. I mean, for me, I felt like there was nothing in.
Well, but let's cut the porn out, right? Like,
yeah. Well,
okay. Well, like, you know, taking nude photos, you know, expressing yourself.
And then I just feel like I learned a lot about myself.
Okay.
I also got to do things I never thought I could ever do. Like, especially like being a go-go dancer, like you had guys, like I had old men that would literally just buy my outfits or underwear, thongs, and all I had to do was go to their house, put them on, let them see it, and then boom, I got it.
And then that was it.
And that was it. Or like the amount of like stores, like openings, like I went to the Burberry opening in Chicago with a guy that was like, I just want you to come and be my arm candy so we can take photos and blah, blah, blah.
Oh, okay.
Or like, hey, like I'm going out on a boat. I want cute guys around me on this boat, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. I mean, and like, now that I think about it, I'm like, I didn't have sex with all of them. But now that I'm like, bitch, I should have paid, like, got some money for that.
Yeah.
But like.
Did you ever get paid for sex? We could say it.
No, I did sex for free.
You get sex for free.
Yeah, that was the shitty part.
But you were getting presents.
Yeah, I was getting like we could go on boats or like I said, like the Burberry opening or or being flown to, like, I remember like being flown to Miami and like being down there, and like it was just like such a wild ride that I was like, I couldn't believe my like little Latino ass from Waco, Texas was like just living this life of fun.
Luxury.
Yeah, it was fun. It was great. And I want, not that I'm like, obviously, like, I don't want my kids to be like, I would never judge them for whatever decision they wanted to make. But like, I also would love that experience of like how I called my mom. Like, my mom knew everything.
Yeah.
My mom was my biggest supporter.
Good
she gave zero fucks given. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm going here. She's like, oh, get it.
Yeah.
Or I'm doing this. She's like, oh, like, you know, like she gave literally no. And my dad, on the other hand, we kind of hid everything. We kind of hid.
Yeah.
For all inclusive purposes, my dad just knew I was a dancer.
Yeah, that's it.
A dancer.
You know, my dad's learned a lot about me on this show too. I have some regrets. Do you have any regrets?
No. I don't. No, because I feel like everything, as cheesy as it sounds, like a Hallmark card. It's like everything is like a learning moment.
Yeah.
I mean, I do feel like, I will say I do have regrets in a sense of like I could be a better boyfriend. Okay. Like if I'm dating someone, I'm not the best boyfriend, and I'm trying to learn that like this kind of go around and trying to like, you know what, like now that I'm older, it's not about the attention from others that you get. It's about the attention that you get from someone that like really is giving you the unconditional love and support that's there.
For sure.
I have not been the best boyfriend. I completely 100% own it.
Yeah.
Majority of the reasons my relationship was broken up didn't work out was literally probably 90% me, 10% them.
I got you.
So, and it's recorded for all of you.
Okay. So. They're probably like, yeah, you better say that.
They're probably like, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. But, you know, now you live a normal life. You have a normal career. You know what I mean? Do you ever feel like whatever you choose to do going forward, that something like that would hinder you?
I don't think so. I do know that, like, there have been times in St. Louis where, like, because St. Louis and Chicago are, like, semi-close to each other, like, we'd go out, or there used to be a strip club, all-male strip club, like, just right outside of St. Louis, called Boxers and Briefs.
Sure.
And it was all male, all nude. And I remember walking in there the first time with the guy that I was seeing at the time, and we walk in the door, and the guy I had been in St. Louis probably for 2 years at that point,
right?
And I just hear Robbie Phoenix, I haven't heard that name in forever.
Oh,
and I was like,
so you were like, what the fuck?
What?
Yeah.
And I looked, and the guy was like, I know you, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, hi, like, what's up? Like, whatever. And he was like, oh my God, the guy's going to be so happy to see you. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I've never danced here. Like, I never did all nude.
Sure.
Like, I always did, like, you know, thongs or like jock straps or whatever. For sure, yeah. Or
just the shit hanging out.
Yeah. I never did all nude. So I'm like, there's no way I would have been here. Right. Like, and I loved a good shower. Like, if there was a shower at your bar, I was in it.
Oh, you were in it. Yeah.
I loved it. It was fantastic. And I just remember going there, and like I went back to all the guys, and I was like, I don't remember any of you guys.
For sure.
And then we go into the off. The owner comes out and is like, "Oh, hey, like, oh my God, like, do you want to dance tonight?" Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I have no clue. And he was like, "Come back to the office." I go to the office.
Yeah.
And there's a picture of him and like me and like the main guys that I used to be with that we traveled for go-go dancing, and it was behind him. And I'm like,
oh.
And he was like, oh yeah, I used to do Squirt, like some other club, Squirt or whatever. Sure. And he brought the dancers over or something weird like that. And I was very picky. I was like, probably because the person that found me, his name was Alex, the person who like I guess discovered me was very, very like picky. He was like, you need to wear this. You need to wear a cock ring to like, you know, lift your balls up, or you need to like, you know, like don't wear ratty shitty tennis shoes on the bar. Like all like don't wear Fruit of the Loom underwear. Like you know, like
damn.
Very that.
Yeah.
And so like when I walked into the like as Robbie finished, when I walked into the bar, I had a full blown big ass duffel bag.
Okay.
I had outfit changes, I had different hats.
Yeah.
I had different underwear, shoes, like the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I like specifically remember now, like when I looked at that picture, I had walked in, like there was 3 of us from Chicago, and then like the local dancers. Yeah. And all the local dancers had were like just like a little drawstring bag.
That's it.
And that was it.
You're like, the standards have changed so much.
And I was like, what has happened? And then like I just remember like being like sitting there watching, and then they would come out and they like wouldn't even have like their dick would be small. Yeah, not that like but like if I'm going there, I don't want to see a soft, small.
Well, you could be a grower, not a shower.
Right, and that's fine. Yeah. That's not a big deal. Yeah. That's great. But like, and so I just remember like I went back there and gave them like a full blown lecture. I was like, listen, like you want to come out here, like jerk off a little bit, like watch some porn before you walk out of the room.
You're a veteran.
Make it a little bit big. I'm like, what are you doing? Like put this here. Wear something around your leg so they can put money in your leg, so that way they don't got to always be touching you or
I see.
Putting it here. Like,
Robert got the full 411. Yeah, if you want to be a go-go dancer, I'm gonna take notes.
I should start a class.
You should. Well, you should. There's a lot of people that want to. Yeah. That just will do that in college.
And it was great, and it was just. I feel like I just learned a lot. And
okay. Well, you learned a lot about yourself. There was a lot of self-discovery. Yeah.
And like also like how to like really, kind of like market yourself.
Okay.
How to like talk to people and like. Going from, you know, dancing on a bar or having to learn like, okay, this club atmosphere is not something that you're gonna, you know, you have to kind of like go with the music of the DJ at the time. Yeah. Like you can't be giving full blown choreography in the bar when it's not the kind of like it's not the move.
For sure.
Or I
There's
think
a lot we can learn. Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to have a BTS episode. Of this.
Yes. And or like, you know, there were some clubs that like at Tin Room, like they had private dances. And as a dancer, you could set your own thing. Yeah. So you could do $20 a song. Okay. Or you could do like $20 a minute. Like however you did it. Like it is what it is.
Be a go-go dancer real quick.
And if like and then don't get me wrong, like the back rooms kind of got like a little wild. And like if you wanted to touch, that's boom, more money. Okay. Like if you want to put it in your mouth for a little bit, that's some real money.
Oh wow.
Like, you know, it's.
And you were in situations like that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know what it is about guys in the back room, and like, I could only imagine what happens in a back room of a gay strip club. I could only imagine it's 100 times worse with straight women at a strip club.
Oh yeah.
Like, they've got like their titties and shit to rub up on, and like all that kind of stuff. Where I like all you do is just get my ass, or like I remember like a guy trying to put like $1 bill up my asshole, and I was like, what are we?
Why I need that $1 bill.
Yeah, what are we getting?
Like I've got to get the McDonald's after
Absolutely
this. They don't want a shitty $1 bill.
Yeah, literally. And so it was like I learned about money, how to market myself, how to like manage yourself. Like when was the time? Like when was the time that I was going to say, no, I want this much money if you want me to come here?
So you've learned a lot, and it probably plays a big role in your career now.
Definitely.
Yeah. And so Robert, God, I hate that we're running out of time, man. But, yeah, because I feel like this shit is wild. What is next for you, though? You know, you did the Robbie Phoenix thing. Obviously, you saw a lot. You learned a lot.
Yeah.
You have a regular career now. What do you want to do going forward?
Honestly, like, I think I just kind of want that, I guess now, like, that, like, TikTok, Instagram love moment.
Like,
you know what I mean?
Viral,
like, well, no, like, I want, like, I want someone, and I may or may not have someone in mind. But
it's not like, Andrew G. Stop it. Stop. Y'all fucking messy bitches. Okay.
But like, I just want, like, I think I'm just trying to get to a point in my life where I feel like I still want to do whatever I want.
Okay.
Like, if I want to go travel, I want to do more traveling. Like,
sure.
I want, like, right now my life has been consumed with like slow pitch softball and all that.
Right.
And now that I'm like getting older, my body's not as great or like not as recovering as it used to be.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to like kind of like settle in.
I got you.
You know, like I live.
You just want some normalcy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, am I good at it? Absolutely not right now because I like get me like a few tequila shots in and Robbie Phoenix tries to come out, but then I have to realize like put him away.
Yeah.
Like your stomach's hanging out.
We're getting older.
Yeah.
You know, we do. Like we just want some normalcy in our lives. And
yeah.
True love and family. And,
and I want to bring somebody home and like my whole family love them just as well.
Gotcha.
And like, yeah, I want that. I'm working on it. I'm still not that great at it. I still got like a lot of...
In due time.
Yeah.
In due time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, due time needs to hurry up because I'm 33.
Okay. Well, listen, Robert, I had the best time just catching up with you on the show.
Absolutely.
Is there anything else that you can leave us with before we leave?
I mean... I don't know. What do you want to? I mean,
no. I'm just saying. So you encourage the go-go dancing. You encourage just doing you, but be safe. But be safe.
Be safe. Yes. Absolutely. I think the best thing I've ever heard is I read it and someone told me this very early on is no is a sentence. And like you don't have to explain yourself.
Okay.
If you don't want to do it, you can just say no,
and that's it.
I
like that.
Like, you don't have to, like, I don't have to explain to you why I don't want to do something.
I got you.
Or, like, none of that. And I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I don't really give a shit about what anyone thinks of me.
Well, you shouldn't have to.
I don't. Like, I'm sorry that, like, I'm the topic of your conversation and, like, whatever. Yes, I've had a past. I will probably fuck up again in the future. But, like, what I do, like, as long as the core people in my life, I don't hurt them.
Then you're good.
I'm good.
I'm the same way right now.
Everyone else you could fuck off.
Yeah, go fuck off. Yeah. You're like a B character. Not even.
Yeah.
You're like
sorry, like, I'm at the club and you can't even get in.
Well, I'll tell you what, Robert, I'm still not paying to walk in a fucking club.
Absolutely the fuck not.
Yeah.
I don't do lines either.
I don't do lines.
I don't do lines. Absolutely.
Same. I don't do lines and I don't do cover charges.
No.
Anyway.
Absolutely not. St. Louis tried to do that when I first moved there and I said, St. Louis, who the fuck do you think you are?
Absolutely not. Thank you so much for coming on to this episode of The Public Affair. I had such a good time with you. You know, anytime you're in Waco, let's go out brunch.
Absolutely. Okay,
Pee-wee's Crab Cakes Texas got some brunch. I promise. I'm a bruncher. I would
love good mimosa.
Yeah, no, I would love to just reconnect with you outside of the show. Now, we're not gonna be sleeping with each other. You fucking bitches. All right. Yes. No. But Robert, best of luck to you and everything that you got going on.
Thank you.
And I'm proud of you that you went through all that. You did your thing. You lived the fast life, and you're still right. You're still happy. You're healthy.
Yeah.
You look great, and
I love it.
Just
so do you. Like, congratulations. This is great. I remember when we were talking, like when you talked about your radio show, and like I kind of like I watched your episode as well.
Oh, thank you.
And I just remember like you like you know what do I do like. Yeah. And look at you. You're just like I'm doing the damn fucking thing.
It's a fucking blessing, dude.
That's great.
I'm backed by a great network.
For someone who didn't talk a lot in high school, you sure have a lot to say now.
Lots to say now. Yeah, don't play with me, bitch. Well, thank you again for coming on. To everybody that tuned into this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Robert. Thank you so much for coming on. It was so great catching up more than 10 years later. We're back in this thing now. Before we go, I definitely want to use this opportunity to give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode is brought to us by Soka Soccer Academy with Dominic Gutierrez and Ariana Gutierrez. Located at 3304 Franklin Avenue, they offer team, small group, and individual skills training. Also with elite skills training and professionals with George De Leon. They have occasional open play on Mondays and Wednesdays. So make sure you guys are following. Oh, yeah. You're going there Friday?
Uh-huh.
What are you going there Friday for?
I think they're having like a little Thanksgiving thingy. I've known them forever.
Oh, I love them.
I've known them forever.
Oh, I bet maybe I'm going there. Okay. Listen, to Soko Soccer Academy, thank you so much. Oh, and the Public Affairs is also a very proud sponsor of the Soko Soccer team, coached by my brother, Mauro Maldonado. Coach Mauro, keep doing your thing, bro. Thank you so much for the opportunity. To Soko Soccer Academy, thank you so much. Of course, the Brothers Roofing and Remodeling with Jesus Sanchez from Mart, Texas, a small construction business from Mart. He's hot. Specializing in general roofing needs and so much more. Protect your home from the crazy elements of the Texas weather with his high quality, affordable work and all remodeling as well. Follow on Facebook and call the number on the screen, the Brothers Roofing and Remodeling. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, I can't go on without thanking my bro, Jeffrey Monreal with Boyo Box and Audio, home for all your LED needs and auto accessories, installation of stereos, door speakers, and audio systems. He just put the starlights in my car. That hose, nice, nice iceberg. I love it. He also specializes in building custom subwoofer enclosures and so much more. Definitely a jack of all trade. Your one-stop shop to get everything done in one roof. To Jeffrey Monreal, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. To all of you guys, thank you so much. Robert Fraga, it was such I know you're not fucking texting on my show.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, don't play with me. Don't play with me, all right?
I was just making sure I was like, who is this?
I've got 2 more episodes of The Public Affair for you guys this year, so make sure you guys stay tuned. And we are ending the year with something super heartfelt, something that is so special to me and something that means the world to me. And for the person that came on, I appreciate it, but you guys have to stay tuned and don't forget to always keep it between us. That's it. Woo!